Hey guys, Dr. Axe here. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be talking about how to go gluten-free. The reason I think it's so important to go gluten-free is gluten is really hard for most people to digest. 1 out of every 133 people have celiac disease, which means they don't digest or tolerate gluten at all. And 1 out of every 7 people are severely gluten intolerant, which means if you eat it, you're going to notice an outward reaction. Now, also, I'll say this: I can tell a difference myself when I eat gluten. Specifically when grains aren't sprouted, I feel fatigued, lack of energy, and those are some symptoms that you may have if you're gluten intolerant. If you have weight gain, or let me just say this: the benefits of going gluten-free are typically you'll lose more weight, you'll notice improved digestion. It oftentimes will help your thyroid function at a higher level. And you'll notice more energy, you'll feel thinner. Overall, you'll notice some differences in your body when you go gluten-free. So there's a lot of reasons why everyone watching this should be going gluten-free. But I want to give you some practical steps right now of what I've done in my life and helped thousands of patients do in helping them go gluten-free. And again, gluten is a protein found in most grains, and there are some grains that are gluten-free, and we'll talk about those in a minute. But just to start us off here, I want to open up my pantry and give you guys some ideas here. Number one, let me say this: for breakfast, rather than doing cereals or bread or something like that may have gluten in it, what I've chosen to do is typically do a berry smoothie. Now, if I don't do a berry smoothie for breakfast, which is basically berries and coconut milk or berries and amasi, and then a gluten-free protein powder, there are other things you can do. I want to show you a new product that I've been using personally. Jordan Rubin, a friend of mine, I tried this over at his house and then bought some myself. These are coconut wraps. Just like you have gluten-free wraps that are made of brown rice, that's a good option. My new favorite thing are coconut wraps. Basically, it's made out of coconut meat, coconut water, and Himalayan sea salt. They are awesome, full of healthy fat and a small amount of carbohydrates. So this is great for anybody, whether you're a diabetic or trying to lose weight or just in general stay fit. You're getting raw coconut and these new pure coconut wraps. And so these things are awesome. So now some things I do with this: I'll make some eggs, fry up some eggs and do a breakfast burrito. For lunch, I'll actually make some chicken salad and throw it in here. But anyways, using these wraps has been awesome. These are pure coconut wraps here. Again, gluten-free, raw and alkaline option. Pretty awesome there. Got those here in the cupboard. Another thing I'll do here for breakfast, actually this is kind of my special mixture I've made up. This is made of golden flaxseed, chia seeds, and hemp seeds, and I'll put several tablespoons of that every morning for breakfast. But again, doing different nuts and seeds is a great way to go gluten-free. Another idea, something I did last night for dinner, is I bought some grouper and I made pistachio encrusted grouper. So I bought some different pistachios. Also, I took some different flours here. This is almond flour, and so nut flours are gluten-free flours. So whether you're cooking chicken, you can encrust it with almond flour, or again a nut flour, or again you can use actually coconut flour is another good thing. Coconut, you can see here labeled coconut, another coconut flour I have there. But I tend to buy mostly gluten-free flours, and whether I buy most of my flours at a just general convenience store called Kroger. I know they have them at Publix. You can also check Whole Foods, obviously has most of these. And another thought is, if you have a Vitamix or a food processor or a blend tech or just a powerful blender like I do here, I would throw nuts and seeds. Like last night I took raw pistachios, put them in the blender and ground them up myself and made my own flour and then encrusted the grouper with that. Tonight I'll probably do chicken, and actually do chicken encrusted with almonds and flax seeds and actually coconut flakes. But there's some ideas for going gluten-free. Now, another thing you can do with your flours is you can buy just general, like this is Bob's Red Mill. You can read here, gluten-free pancake mix. And this is basically made of garbanzo bean flour typically. Okay, so bean flour, beans are also gluten-free. That's another option there in Bob's Red Mill flour. And you know, there's a lot of different options there to do as well. So again, nuts and seeds tend to be in coconut. Nuts and seeds in coconut, almond flour, coconut flour are some of my favorite ways to go gluten-free. Another option, rather than doing a sandwich for lunch, or if you do want to do a sandwich and use bread, again, you could do a coconut wrap instead. You could do a brown rice flour instead, or you can also do something like you can get gluten-free bread made of brown rice or amaranth or quinoa or millet. there are some options for you. But instead, I typically like to do a big salad and top off the salad with some chicken, maybe some walnuts as another good option. Snacks during the day, some good gluten-free snacks. Again, something like guacamole and sliced bell peppers, or my favorite gluten-free crackers, Mary's Gone crackers. Dipping those in some hummus is another good option, or another good dip is doing some salsa, and again, using some avocado to make your own, your own guacamole at home. Those are all great options in going gluten-free. But so here's your action steps for going gluten-free. Number one, change your breakfast. If you're doing grains, if you're doing cereal, breads, things like that for breakfast, switch it out. Start doing that berry smoothie for breakfast, or a burrito with a coconut wrap. For lunch, rather than doing a sandwich with gluten containing bread or chips, what you want to do instead is, hey, do a big salad, or hey, do some chicken salad, or just skip the bun altogether. For dinner, skip the pasta, white flour, white rice, any of that stuff, and go ahead and start doing, you can get brown rice pasta if you want to do some sort of pasta, but in general, I tend to do double or triple vegetables, and then do chicken or fish or something like that, encrusted and covered in an almond flour. And then again, remember snacks, you can do nuts and seeds, you can do guacamole, hummus, salsa, things like that. Different dips are a great option, or raw cheese is one of my favorite with the Mary's Gone crackers, flaxseed crackers. There's some options for you going gluten-free. Again, benefits, if you go gluten-free, you're gonna notice you have more energy, you're gonna lose weight, your metabolism is gonna be up, you're gonna notice less bloating, you're gonna typically notice your joints feel better as well, feel younger. So a lot of benefits in going gluten-free. At first, when I heard I needed to go, or I started realizing I needed to go gluten-free, I thought, that sounds like it's gonna be hard, but you know what? If you follow some of these action steps, it's gonna be no problem at all. Hey, thanks for watching another episode of Maximize Your Health. I'm Dr. Axe saying, go gluten-free.